I must say Modi derives a lot of his strength because he's a part of BJP, which is a part of RSS. And like any other authoritarian leader, he cultivated his image very carefully. After 2002 Gujarat carnage, he hired advertising agencies to create his image. That was one. Second is he tied up with the industrialists who in turn bought over the media and created a very positive image. So today what looks to be a very strong leadership is mainly because its strong network of RSS pracharaks, RSS Swayamsevaks and many affiliated organizations related to RSS, supplemented by the media if effort, and he's of course shrewd enough to keep saying that he is powerful. Now what is a sign of a powerful leader? Now sign of a powerful leader is that during that leader, the social developmental indices, they improve. As Gandhi said, your policies should be directed to the last person in the line. That I think to me is a sign of power. Now, so last election also people thought that there is no alternative to Narendra Modi. Congress leadership, I must say that Sonia Gandhi, she refused to take up the prime ministership, probably because of the foreign origin propaganda which was done against that. And then Manmohan Singh did it, and I must say UPA won. For initial part it did a good job. Good job for me again is that it brought in various legislations, right to information, right to food, right to education, right to health, means a rights-based approach in contrast to the present charity-based approach where you are giving free rations, where you are giving freebies to the people. So that was a time, but after UPA's, once the left parties withdrew, UPA felt a bit in disarray, and Rahul Gandhi's entry was definitely very weak. When he came, he was keen, I understand, to understand the issues, but the level of his interaction was not that strong to give him a total grasp of the situation. But what became clear was his sincerity and his intentions and his lack of greed for power. Now, lack of greed for power, people say, oh, that person doesn't have an appetite for power. But it's not like that. Even Mahatma Gandhi never occupied any seat of power, but he emerged to be the most powerful person in India, mainly because of his concern and connection to the average people. Now, in case of Rahul Gandhi, last time also the argument was, Tina, there is no alternative. That time, unfortunately, opposition was in disarray. There are many regional satraps who think of their power in the limited sense. Nation is not in their horizon. They want to have their fiefdoms in their area, and some of them do aspire to become prime minister and things like that. Now, Congress probably is the only party which has a national network, national thinking, national vision. But of course, there are a lot of internal dissensions also, and a lot of vested interests have entered into Congress. Jawaharlal Nehru himself considered that the party has many people who are not conforming to the ideology of Congress. They are there for power. This was long ago, but even now there may be many who may be thinking in the narrow power terms. But Rahul Gandhi, on one side, Gandhi family is criticized for its dynastic politics. Now, in South Asian countries, if you see, dynasties are all over. And this is probably because of the lack of secularization process in these countries. In Pakistan, there is Bhutto family. Myanmar, there is Uta family. In Sri Lanka, there is Bandar Naike family and Rajpaksa family. So these are South Asian trends. Even in the Western countries, sometimes some families are political, like Kennedys in America, that's a political family. Bush, again, is a political family. So that point I discount so far as a party tries to become democratic. And I remember Rahul Gandhi made small start and it was not that solid in the beginning. But still, even at that time, when he became in charge of the Youth Congress or NSUI, he insisted on democratic elections within the party. And that one of the election commissioners, he requested to help out in the holding elections within the party. And last now this election of the Congress president is totally on the lines of democratic norms. Probably that's the only party which has had elections, of course apart from communists who are supposed to be authoritarian, but probably are most democratic within, success or failure apart. Now, so Rahul Gandhi in this sense, something has transpired, something has changed. I know from some accounts of my friends that this time, earlier time, Rahul Gandhi was spending lot of time with social activists. His visits like P. Sainath is one example I know, and there are many such social activists whom he used to have long deliberations to understand the society. I have come to know that he was very fond of reading and having long chats with social activists. So probably this gave him some understanding of the country. Again, I am reminded of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi's first task in India was not to launch any political agitation. First task was to take a third-class railway compartment, which was prevalent at that time, and to tour all over the country. Now, I am not comparing Rahul Gandhi with Mahatma Gandhi. Nobody can be compared with Mahatma Gandhi. But some elements which I see are this, that Rahul Gandhi, after equipping himself, being labeled, and here Rahul Gandhi had started talking against RSS directly. Probably he is the only person who talked of Nathuram Godse's murder of Gandhi, Nathuram Godse's connections with RSS. He talked of Savarkar. There is no other political leader or opposition party has dared to say this. Now, so what was missing in Rahul Gandhi was a mass connect. He was living in Delhi, talking, reading, talking to the right people according to me, reading the right books according to me, if I guess right. And what was missing in his leadership was connection with the masses. And here I must say another incidental point. Some people say Modi is non-corrupt, he doesn't have a family, etc., etc. But you have to think about it, rethink about it after the emergence of Adani. You don't have to be corrupt just to help your family members. If you help your close corporate friends, that is also a sort of a corruption. Coming back to Rahul Gandhi, Bharat Jodo Yatra has done 3 or 4 major functions. One is that there is an atmosphere of intimidation of the society as a whole. Because of the last 7-8 years of rule, people had got inhibited and feeling a sort of a stuffy atmosphere. Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra, first thing it did, it tried to dilute that stuffiness and intimidation in the society. Second thing, the type of language which Rahul Gandhi picked up was very appropriate. While Modi has been doing pujas in temples and wearing wonderful religious clothes every 4 hours, in a day of visit to Ganga or Ram temple, you can see beautifully designed 6 or 7 attires which are so attractive and lovely. Temple, cow. So this has been around that. Now Rahul Gandhi raised the right type of questions. Let me remind 2 things about Rahul Gandhi. He is one leader who also warned about Corona, COVID-19. He had on February 12th tweeted that Corona fear is there. Forget Trump, forget others, try to take care of Corona. Forget dislodging Congress government in MP. Don't do that, first focus on Corona. He was so right. And after that, Corona broke out. and Modi put a lockdown in which so many people had to suffer immense, undescribable suffering. Now here, the second thing which Bharat Jodo Yatra did was it brought Rahul in direct contact with people, face to face. I must say, if you see the videos of his whole travel, it shows his persona in a deeper way. The way he talks to people, small, big, no distinction, men, women, the way he interacts with them. And there was a special effort to see that associated with Rahul Gandhi's Congress, the social groups which today are realizing that this government, existing government, is seed of root of most of the problems and it is taking the country downhill. Many of those social groups also associated and they also frankly talked to Rahul Gandhi about people's issues, and many people gave memoranda, many people gave appeals, many authors gave him books, and etc. etc. I hope he gets time to work on all that. But surely, traveling 4,000 kilometers daily, day in and day out, one could see that he was imbibing the spirit of the nation. He was trying to understand the problems of the people, and it is this ground on which the solutions emerge. And the frank talk about the problems related to poverty, illiteracy, lack of health care, farmers' problem, unemployment, and even the problem of China occupying our land, even that he raised, Adani he raised. So I think this not only benefited Rahul Gandhi, but this also benefited all the people, all the groups who met him and gave him inputs. So of course it is, I think, few months that Bharat Jodo Yatra took place. I hope some backup action is there. I hope this gains of Bharat Jodo Yatra, which gave Rahul Gandhi a very good point to interact with the society, and this interaction is what power means. Power doesn't mean suppressing opposition. Power doesn't mean suppressing democratic right. Power means that you try to articulate people's issue and try to make policies which sort these problems out. So I am quite hopeful that the way Bharat Jodo Yatra did a massive churning in the society, brought a massive change in the society, it will continue the journey in which Indian democracy will become stronger and we can have a better government which is more democratic, more concerned about people's problem, not just the problems of corporate, and that is what I think the strength of the leadership means to me. Thank you.